Hello people, this is just a short video. I'm not used to this social media thing. So I'm making my present very slowly, and I'm also grieving my dad still. And it's still a belief that he's not here. And I'm, coming to terms with that he's not here. Um I am going to be giving out peace information of my channel, of my dad, who he was, and what a loving person he was, and what a peaceful man he was. And like I said, like, this is a little very heartbreaking for me, and I'm still trying to come to terms of what really happened to my dad. Um, Last year, my dad, we was to usually me and my dad, we usually meet up in Guyana when I travel. That's where we usually meet up at. And last year was the year that we were about to meet up again, and his mom passed away last year, so he was supposed to come to the funeral to Guyana, and that's where we was going to meet once again. And last year was his year to come and reunite with us here, his family and me. And that's what he wanted, and that didn't, he didn't live to unite with us. This is what really confused me, because my dad was treated like he had no one, like he didn't have any other family, like he only had family there in Suriname, which wasn't that true. um I know a lot of people know of me because I know he talk about his dad, his daughter in the US, which is me. And my dad have, if everyone saw that video when he was laying on that bed, he had his Bible, and he always have a book with everyone's number in there. So if anything is to happen, that book, everyone know to go into that book and contact us. And I'm a little off too, because I wanted to know why I wasn't alerted very early about my dad's situation, because I didn't even knew of that video that was made of my dad until when I saw that video, and then I really saw the foot. And that foot really do look like it was for a very long time, since last year, because I'm the one who take care of my dad financially. My dad was getting 200 to 300 US a month. That's when I saw my dad condition. I was so shocked and surprised that he was living in that kind of condition. Um, my dad was well off. My dad, as you could see in his interview, he always liked to dress up. He always liked to wear his jewelry and stuff like that. Um, my dad was a very good dad. He take care of all of us. He take care of my brother, even the two in Suriname. He take care of all of us very, very well. And my dad, the Suriname government was so good to my dad. He gave my dad that house that everyone is living in, and they had him living actually in the dungeon. That's what that looked like to me, because that place that he was living in, it kind of shocked me that the money that he was getting a month, he should have been able to have a whole apartment. I know he could have got a whole apartment with that, and he could have been living much more better in a better environment. And the thing is, if folks can't take care of him anymore, or if that was a burden on my dad, I should have got contacted at the end of the day, because I don't want my dad to be a burden to anyone. And like I said, I'm the main one, and me and my brother and my mom, everybody here, his full support, take care of him. And from the time that I've been talking to my dad, from since last year and stuff like that, he never mentioned anything about his foot. He only mentioned about his diabetic. So I thought that he was really going to the doctor and getting checked up, because the eyes were my siblings down there. So they have the eyes. I would think that, they're making sure that he's going to the doctor. Everything is fine. If anything's serious, they contacted us. That's what I thought. I was mistakenly wrong. And this is a lesson learned for everyone. Like, you in the US and you have family elsewhere, um this is a lesson learned. Like, just don't listen to people saying that they're okay, and just don't listen to the person telling you that they're okay either. You're gonna have to do your random checkups. This is a lesson learned for me of that. But I moving forward, I never had any worried, because I knew that there were people there, and I knew that my siblings are down there, that they will alert us if anything is in danger of him. My dad traveled all around the world. He traveled to many countries, and the only countries that he keep coming back to was Suriname. So that's what I thought, that he really do love that country. And when I travel, I usually meet him in Guyana. I never really travel back to Suriname. That's why people didn't really knew of our meetup, because that's where we usually meet up at in Guyana. We were talking last year about him coming here. He was excited and stuff like that, and we were getting ready to do those things. And I was shocked. I didn't even know anything about the food. The only thing I knew about is his diabetic, and and he takes the pills. And I did a budget with my dad, that I was like, okay, dad, because he started worrying, and he was like a little depressed, like he's worried about the COVID that happened, and he couldn't go out anymore and play. That's understandable, because all these years my dad loved playing music. That's all he knew about is music. He even played up to the end. That's all he likes, music. And I'm still trying to come to terms of all this stuff that's happening. Um, on my way to Suriname, me, my husband, he's my biggest supporter. When I got there, Mr. Fismel, he is very, very good. He showed me very, very courtesy. He made sure that everything was that I asked for to be done for my dad. He made sure that was done. Without Mr. Fismel, I think that my dad probably would have been thrown in a hole somewhere. That's what I think, if without his work. And that work is needed there. And the work that he does is very good work. And the people need the work. And I see a lot of people suffering, and the most beautiful people that I meet there is the people actually on the street, the homeless people. Those are the people that have the heart. Those are the people that have the soul. Those are the people that have the kindness and the sympathy. Those are the most people there that I met on the street as Mr. Fismel was giving out and doing his work and stuff. I was able to talk to some of them and stuff like that. And his work is really needed there. And I'm really, really thankful and grateful for him of doing this for my dad, and even to getting my dad to the hospital, to making sure that my dad get that help. Without him, I think my dad probably would have passed away in that room. So this is like a short video for now, so people can know, like, me, and know of my dad, Desmond Lewis, dowieman, they call him. And you guys gonna hear again from me. This is just a short video, just to let you guys know that I'm resurfacing. Just give me a little time. This social media thing, I'm not so used to it, but I'm getting, I'm gonna get there. I know my dad is pushing me for this. This is something that he wants me to do, so I know I have to do it. My dad was such a gentleman. He's an example of how a man should be: peaceful, humble, kindness. He had love. My dad was not a violent man. He never even got into a fight. All my dad liked to do is just play that music. That's all he wants to do. And it's very shocking for his suffering and for his pain that he was in, that he couldn't get that help. And we all have to stop celebrating when icons are gone, like to celebrate all this big celebration for them. Do it when they're alive. They will most appreciate it when they're alive. That's what I feel at that moment, because even though I saw my dad had a good send off, in my mind I was saying he would have really appreciated this when he was alive. To get that foot taken care of. And there's so many things that I heard, that he been in there for a minute, and there's so much thing that I heard that people didn't hold in their faces, and they wanted to go in there. I'm not naming names, but they know who they are. And I want to thank the first people that get contact with me. She knows who she is. Right away, me and her start working on things. Right away, me and her start doing what we had to do to get my dad's help. I was up here directing stuff of what to do with my dad, get him to the hospital, all of that. I'm the one who was directing everything. I even sent 300 US so he could get diapers, wipes. So because she said the room was smelling, so I'm thinking that why is the room smelling? So I was trying to tell her, like, to me, I did not know the condition at all of my dad. And the thing is, when I send that money to her, immediately she got all those things that my dad needed. The wipes, the garbage bag, because I heard that he was going on himself. And he couldn't walk anymore. That's how bad it started getting. However, when I make contact with her, and me and her start talking, I even tell her to get him a better phone, because my brother sent $200 last year for him to get a better phone so we could start seeing him on WhatsApp. However, he said my sister took the money and was supposed to buy him a phone. But when I asked about that, they said that wasn't a lot for a phone. 200 US, not a lot for a phone. I think he would have got a very nice iPhone that he could communicate with us even more better. That's what I think. But neither there. We're gonna leave that alone, and I'm gonna keep it moving. But I just want my dad's story to be out there, and I want my side of the story to be out there also. When we make contact with my dad, and and I'm giving direction what to do for the 2 days that he been in there, and I was like, why is he in there? He needs to go to the hospital. After my dad got to the hospital, the surgery went so well that he was communicating so well. He was coming out of himself. He was joking. All of that he was doing. But like I said, this is a short video, and I'm gonna give you guys piece by piece every day. I'm trying to get my strength. Like I said, I'm still grieving my dad. I still don't believe that he's gone. It's still a shock to me, because every day in the hospital we were talking while I was getting myself together to come and get him, because that was my plan. I was planning to figure out how could he travel. Do I need a wheelchair? Or what else do I need to get him out of Suriname? Because that was my biggest goal, to come and get him. And that didn't happen, but I know he always gonna be in my heart. And I'm always gonna love my dad and remember him in my heart. Always. The sad thing about it, that he had to go out this way. And the thing is, like I said, my dad had everything. The Suriname government was very nice to my dad. They even give him a house, a property. The thing is, I think he got put out. But then again, we did not know of his living situation. We should have got contact of the living situation. I didn't even know that he was living in that place where he was. And the thing is, you could put blame on all the people in the area, the people this, but the respect comes from the blood family. Once they see that the blood family not doing anything, and the blood family abandoned the loved ones, it opens door for outsiders to do whatever they want. The way how I looked at it like everyone was picking off my dad, of whatever weird situation was going on with my dad, that I did not get alerted earlier about my dad, and that still baffles me of why I didn't get that chance. I wanted to take care of him. I was preparing for that, because that's where you get your blessings from. When you take care of your parents and you take care of your loved ones, and you have the sympathy and the kindness and the love and the empathy, it flows all in your body and in your soul. You are aligned with the universe. You could share that kind of empathy and that love and that sympathy. You could share it. It's like a sharing, and it's like a connection. Because in this world that we live in, we all need love, and we all need sympathy. We don't have to become what the world is. We have to align ourselves back to who we were as a people. That's what we need to do moving forward. I think I'm gonna end it here because I want to keep my strength and I want to keep on, doing these videos and keep on putting things out there about my dad. Sometimes I probably do little slides of his pictures and stuff like that because he had a lot of pictures and stuff that I was able to put in my suitcase and bring back. I also gonna continue to see a way how to protect. Moving forward, looking into protecting his legacy, because at the end of the day, no one deserved to be capitalizing off of my dad after death. I don't think anyone after death should be able to like capitalize off of them after death. If you wasn't caring for them when they was alive, there's no reason for you to go that route. And like I said, I'm still in shock. In that area where my dad was, there was no love there. First of all, to me it seems like in that area, even the blood that was there, he was neglected. Once we could come to peace with ourselves and just be honest and just be truthful, you set yourself free and we could able to move on. Let's be honest, he was neglected. And that's how I see it. But like I said, I leave everything up to God because God sees everything. And when you do certain things that's not right and not aligned with the universe, you have to answer to that. So that's why I leave it to that. And the good thing about this time, you have to align yourself with your spirituality and with yourself in oneself. The thing is, when you're spiritual and when you align yourself with the universe, you can see everything that one is telling you. You could see the lies, you could see the evilness, you could see the suspiciousness, you could see them sweating, you could see everything about them. And that's what I see that day. I see through everyone. And it's like my dad was talking to me and just letting me know, like I was just seeing everything through them. I was just seeing through the lies. But like I said, once again, I leave it up to God. My dad is in a better place. He's at peace. His last days, he blessed me. He told me how much he loved me. So with that, I'm going to hold close to my heart and I'm going to keep it close to me. But moving forward, I'm going to give videos here and there and, so you guys to get to know me a little bit more of who I am. And try to keep my dad's spirit, alive of who he was. He was a great man. He was a peaceful man, a humble man. My dad had a job as a policeman. And my mom told me as soon as they give him the weapon, he quit. He doesn't like conflict at all. So that's why I don't understand such a humble and peaceful man and a precious man was treated like that. That really baffled me. It really do. Because to me, that's like a humane situation. And what's baffling me too, like, what if that lady didn't get to me? My dad probably would have passed away in that room and I wouldn't know anything at all about his leg or anything like that. And after that, they took everything of him. They took everything. And I'm still like surprised by all of it. But at the end of the day, we're going to continue giving love, giving sympathy, and giving kindness. Because my dad had all of those things, like I said when I was speaking at the funeral. And I'm going to continue sharing those things that he have, because I have those things too, the sympathy, the kindness, and the love. And I'm going to able to share it the best way I could. while I'm on this earth, because we need it. This is our time. We really need it. And we as a people, we have to come together and unite and just align ourselves. We don't have to become what the world is. Like I said, leave the materials alone and come into your spirituality. Awaken yourself. And I want you to thank you folks, and I want to thank everyone who was there. Mr. Fitzmel again, thank you so much to making that happen for my dad, because like I said, without him, nothing would have been, I would probably want to know anything. My dad probably would have been thrown in a hole and just dirt, that's it. Because that's how it was gonna be. Even for his funeral, I can't believe it. And like I said, I'm speaking my truth. Even for the funeral, people asking me about washing hat to put on him or washing stuff to put on him. An icon washing stuff to put on him. Like, really? So my husband and I, especially my husband, he bought him a very nice outfit. He looked like a king in that casket. Everything was new. How dare them washing stuff to put on him. The nerve. The nerve, the nerve. But like I said, God got this. And I want to thank you folks for listening to me. And you're going to hear from me once more and again. This is just like a short video just to get things out there and just to get my mind, at ease, and just to get my truth out of how I was feeling about this whole situation and what I experienced of this whole situation. This whole situation been suspicious for me, and this whole situation been a little weird. Even for autopsy, I asked for an autopsy and that was denied. So to me, there was a lot of weird stuff that was happening and a lot of questions that I had that haven't been answered. So it leaves me up to doing this, to make this come out. And like I said, I'm a very shy person, so my dad probably want me to do this, and my dad is in me for me to able to do this video and able to speak and say these things. But moving forward, I will be putting stuff here and there. Thank you so much. You guys have a blessed night, and thank you for listening to me.